And I love today's mantra. This is just a great reminder. And it's kind of going to go along with the theme of today's meditation, which will come later. And it says, we are here to heal, not harm. We are here to love, not hate. We are here to create, not destroy. I love that one. I'm going to read it just one more time because I think sometimes in life, if you watch the news, anybody, I certainly don't. But if you do, or you happen to hear or read the headlines, this is a great one along those lines. As humans, we are here to heal, not harm. We are here to love, not hate. We are here to create, not destroy. And even in tough times and overwhelming times, as we have in this world, in this country right now, currently, especially, don't forget that even just one small, simple act of kindness that you do today, right here, right now, can make a difference. So it really does start with each and every one of us. All right, with that, let's get right to it. Here we go. We're going to start on our mats, friends, and we're going to start standing. So I hate to inform you if you were wanting child's pose, that was Tuesday. Let's come right to standing front and center on our yoga mat. And will you join me in a vinyasa, Ardha Vinyasa to be exact? We'll get into the deeper movements in a bit. So just a moment to roll the shoulders, send your shoulders down and back. Maybe a few more if you're having a day or if you've had a week, a month, anybody? I know that we've all been there. Relax your shoulders down, find Tadasana here. And as you begin to cultivate the Ujjayi breath, breathe in through the nose, let the prana travel up through the spine, all the way through the crown of the head. In a big release. It might be a sigh, it might be through the nose. You know, I enjoy those cleansing breaths. One more of those. Inhale. Even shrug your shoulders if you'd like, or just broaden through the heart space. Finding your tallest spine, hold at the top of the breath. And release. Perfect, friends. On your inhalation, slowly circle your arms up to the sky. Y'all are looking really good today on this Friday Eve, if I might say. Exhale through the nose, forward fold, coming right into Uttanasana. Bend your knees if you'd like. Inhale, Ardha, halfway lift. Slide your hands up your shins or utilize your blocks. And then exhale, back to forward fold. Engage your back body muscles. Inhale to rise. Let's come all the way up. Palms will meet at the top, and then exhale, palms to heart center. We'll do another one of those. Inhale, circle your arms up nice and tall. Reach through your ring fingers, feel the stretch, and then exhale, forward fold. Now this is where you'll bend your knees for a little less. We're still warming up, my friends, so take it easy on your body. Inhale, Ardha, halfway lift. And then exhale, forward fold. And then inhale to rise. Reach all the way up through your ring fingers. Exhale through the nose. Palms float back to heart center. Good. Let's do one more. Inhale. Circle the arms up nice and tall. Feel the shoulders relaxing as the arms come overhead. And then exhale. Swan dive forward. Notice where the body is resisting. Inhale. Ardha, halfway lift. And then exhale back to forward fold and inhale to rise, coming all the way up. And exhale, palms come to heart center. And just take a few moments here, a slight bow of the head, even closing the eyes, setting your intention today. And I want you to think about today, what is it that I desire to attract to my life? What is it? You can think of it as a need, but today I'd like you to just maybe change the vocab that we're using, those words that we speak to ourselves within. What is it that I desire to attract to my practice today, to my life, to this moment? And then inhale, blink your eyes to open, circle your arms nice and high once again. And then exhale, forward fold. Now you can utilize your blocks here. They'd be on the tallest setting. Inhale, Ardha, halfway lift. And then exhale, palms to the mat. Gently step back to plank pose. This is where you can lower your knees down. And just holding plank for just a few moments. Feel free to even sway slightly forward and back with the heart, just getting into the wrists a bit, continuing to press the floor away. And then exhale, my friends, come right into down dog. So taking this time to set up, palms are shoulder distance, feet are about hips width, and then start to paddle your dog, bending one knee, sending the opposite heel to the mat. Long, calm breath, in through the nose and out through the nose. Pressing your belly a little closer to the thighs. And then inhale. Let your spine from bottom to top just flutter into plank pose. Feeling the length in the spine here. Lower your knees to the mat and then sit to your heels. Child's pose, just for a breath. As you inhale, come back right up through table, right where we were, and then come into cobra shape, bringing your hip points toward your wrists. Good. And then exhale, slowly flow back to sit on your heels, finding the arms extended in child's pose. And then inhale, transferring back up right into cobra shape, stretching the front body. Good. And then from here, right back into table. And I just want to come into that rotation of the thoracic spine. Inhale, reach your right hand up to the sky. You might even gaze up to the right hand. And then exhale, thread the needle. We're not going to come all the way down this time. Just reach to the left wall. And then inhale, come all the way right back up. We'll do a few more of those. Exhale, thread the needle, just reaching to the left wall. Inhale up. Exhale, thread. Inhale up. This time we're going to take it all the way down. Our typical thread the needle. Bring your right shoulder and right side of the head down. Take some time to set up your foundation. Looking over the left shoulder, distance between the right shoulder and ear, and pressing into the right forearm, fingernails, nice and firm here. Breathing into the back of the right shoulder, the deltoid. Just getting a nice stretch here. Inhale, press back through your left palm. Come all the way back up with your right hand. And then exhale, come all the way back down to table, friends. From table, inhale, arch your spine as you come right into cow shape. Lower your belly, lift your tailbone and gaze. And then exhale, round through the spine, C curve as you come to cat. Now, following the rhythm of your breath, take a few more cat-cows. Rest as needed, modify as needed, friends. Really accentuating the lengthening of the front body on your cow, on your inhale. And then broadening through the upper back, splay your shoulder blades far apart, draw your navel up through the spine as you come into cat pose. Give me one more cow. And one more cat. And then when you're ready, back to table, neutral spine. Inhale, lift your left hand to the sky. You can gaze to your left thumb if that feels all right in your neck. And then exhale, thread the needle. We're not coming all the way down just yet. Inhale, back to lift the left hand. And then exhale, as you thread the needle, lay your shoulder blades far apart. Inhale, up. And then this one, let's take it all the way down. Bend through the right elbow. Channeling your energy between and around the shoulder blades. Long, calm breath here. Slowly setting up, looking over the right shoulder. Just make sure you give some distance between the left shoulder and ear so that you can allow yourself space to feel the sensations. Let the breath penetrate in and around the muscles. And then inhale, come all the way back up, left hand to the sky. And then exhale, back to table. As you feel centered, inhale, arch. Really pull your palms toward your knees for cow. And then exhale, press the earth away for cat. Inhaling back to cow. You can follow my lead or move at your own pace. Back to cat, wherever you're at in your cycle. Give me one more cat. And one more cow. Moo, moo. Inhale, come back to a neutral spine. It was getting a little serious there. I had to add in a sound effect. Why not? Now, on your next breath, we're going to lower our forearms to the mat. So, right where your palms are, let your elbows take the place of where the palms were. And then I'm going to ask you to clasp your palms. So, interlace your fingers together. Take your gaze right to either your knuckles or to the front of your yoga mat. And then on your next breath, step one foot back as we come into forearm plank. Your shoulders will stack right above the elbows. If this becomes too much, or it already is, just lower your knees down. Just make sure that your knees are far behind your hips, just like I'm demoing now. You'll get a great stretch through the feet, the Achilles, strong legs. And then, friends, press the floor away with your forearms. Spread your shoulder blades far apart here. And just holding for 2 more breaths. And you can release the clasp of your hands, knees to the mat, and then just press back to child's pose. If you can, let your palms face the sky. So just externally rotating the arms, but relaxed through your fingers. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Just coming back to your breath. This is a great reminder. We don't need to move swiftly or jar the body in order to elevate the heart rate. All we need to do is come into forearm plank or a posture that we find challenging. All right, inhale, come back into table pose. One more opportunity to open up the upper body. So spin your fingers toward your knees. Let's focus on the wrists, the forearms for a few breaths here. I like to tuck my toes. You may do the same. Inhale, heart to the front of your yoga mat. And then exhale through the nose, sit toward your heels. Oh, yeah. Each and every time your body visits this sequence or posture, you may find it's like you're ironing out the kinks for the very first time, and that is okay. As you find yourself exhaling, relax your shoulders away from the ears. We have a tendency to clench the jaw, so relax your tongue. Keep length through your spine as you take just a few more wrist extensions, inhaling heart forward and exhaling heart back. One more round. Really great, friends. Now you can sit on your heels, you can shake out the wrists, or you can join me coming right into our final hand placement, palms face the sky. Now, if you take classes with me regularly, you'll notice I do this sequence a lot. It's super important. And remember, you can also stand right at this moment and do this up against the wall. That's another great way. If you're stuck at the office and you can't get on your mat, hands and knees, or it's just not feeling good, you can always do this one. Sway from side to side. Find a circle motion. I'll cue you when to switch palms for those of you doing one at a time. Continue to breathe in and out of the nose and take this time to soften your jaw. Take this time to relax your shoulders. Go ahead and switch hands if you haven't already. Those of you doing both palms at once, just change directions of your rotations. You might actually find doing that a few times just helps to keep the movement fresh, because it can be quite challenging. Just about 2 to 3 more breaths, finishing up on the second side, whatever you did on the first side for my friends doing one palm at a time. Good. When you're ready, sit to your heels, take a moment and just slowly create some heat as you massage your quad muscles. Grip with your fingertips, all 10 of them, and then just activate your body in a way that helps to nourish, to heal, to soothe. Good. And then just a few more moments here. Relax your palms. You could even let your palms face the sky. Just give me some shoulder rolls. You could even roll both directions, or even rolling your head and neck. Really exaggerate these movements. Breathing into the connection from the shoulders all the way down through the elbows, the wrists, the knuckles of the fingers. Perfect, friends. Arms will eventually hang at your sides. Just rolling your wrists now, just nice, soft through your breath. Relax your jaw, relax the muscles around the eyes, and then give it a little shaky shake, get some energy back into the body. And would you kindly meet me in down dog when you're ready? Inhale, you'll tuck your toes, and exhale, send your sit bones up and back. Take some time here, walk your dog, nod your head yes, nod your head no, just honoring your body with whatever sensations may come up for you. Wonderful. And then walk your feet up to your hands, my friends. Good. And then from here, just coming into ragdoll. So take opposite elbows, or you can continue resting your hands on blocks. Please find a bend in your knees if you want a little less intensity. If you want even more, legs are straight and transferring your weight slowly but surely toward the balls of the feet, the toes. Open and close the jaw a few times, even swaying the body side to side, even swaying the jaw side to side. Nice and slow, fluid-like movement. Continuing to fully release all effort as we surrender to gravity, decompressing the spine, breathing in between, especially those regions of the back that might feel resistant or where you may store tension. Low back is a popular spot for tension to reside in the body. And then right where you are, release your hands. Inhale, arms to a T, and then slowly come all the way up, engaging your full back body here. Reaching to the sky. And then exhale, exaggerate your yoga back bend. Cactus the arms. So again, we could just go from here to really engaging. So we engage the glutes here. We lift the heart. And then exhale, hands to your sides. Head comes to neutral. Just take a few moments once again to just settle in. Let your shoulders melt away from the ears. You might find movement beneficial, but just enough to allow yourself to notice the sensations in your body. Come back to whatever it was that you desired or wanted to attract to your physical body, to your practice, to your heart. And then whatever it was or is that comes to mind, breathe into that intention. A full, deep body breath in. Hold briefly. And a deep sigh. Very nice one. So standing at the front of your yoga mat will come with feet hip distance. And you may want to grab your blocks if you want to use them. The blocks will go right underneath your shoulders. It can help you balance, or you can utilize them throughout our next section. That is going to be completely your call. On your next inhalation, circle your arms. And then exhale, palms to heart center. Step your left foot back, crescent lunge. Good. Now check in, right knee is above the right heel. And then on your next breath, exhale, hinge forward, left hand to a block or to the mat. Inhale, twist to the right. Good. Hug your inner thighs to the midline. Hug your right hip back, send your left hip forward. So your midsection of the body is completely engaged. Your glutes, your quads, inner thighs. Good. Inhale, frame your right foot with your hands. Step your left foot to meet the right. Inhale, Ardha here. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward folds. And inhale to rise. Come all the way up, engage your body. And exhale through the nose, palms to heart center. Very nice. We'll take it to the second side. Inhale, circle your arms. Exhale, palms to Anjali Mudra. Step your right foot back. I just did the jig there. I wanted to repeat the same side. It happens. Now on your next exhale, hinge forward, right hand to a block or to the mat right underneath your shoulder. Inhale, twist left. Hug your inner thighs. Hug your left hip back. Send your right hip forward. Feel the activation through the gateway region of the body. And then exhale, frame your left foot. Inhale, step your back foot up to meet the left. Inhale, Ardha, or hands to block. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise, come all the way up. Beautiful. And exhale, palms to heart center. Bring your big toes to touch. On your next inhalation, Utkatasana, circle your arms, sitting low, heavy through the heels. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha, halfway lift. Exhale, palms to the mat, step or hop, plank pose. Full chaturanga, exhale here. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, lift your right heel high. Exhale, step between your palms, warrior one. Good. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Beautiful. Pinwheel your arms, frame your right foot, and step right back into down dog. Inhale, lift your left heel to the sky. Exhale, step between your hands, warrior one. Hug your left hip back, reach your arms to the sky. Inhale here and open up, warrior two, front heel to back arch alignment. And then inhale, cartwheel your arms, frame your left foot, step back to dog, stay in down dog or take an optional vinyasa. Inhaling to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, lift your right heel. Exhale, step between your hands. Left knee comes down, low lunge. Anjaneyasana. When you're ready, reach your palms. Exhale, cactus. Lift your heart, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach once again, hands to sky. Exhale, hinge forward, left hand to the mat or block. Inhale, twist right, this time with the knee down. Good, friends. Exhale, wrap your right hand behind your back or to your left hip crease, looking over your right shoulder. Stay here, keep breathing, or bend through your left knee, catching your left foot with your right hand. Now, if that doesn't feel possible today, utilize a strap, always a great option. Just here for another breath. Exhale, release, unravel, frame your right foot, tuck your back toes, and step back into down dog. Inhale, lift your left heel. Exhale, step between your hands, right knee comes down. Inhale, reach high, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, cactus. Good. Inhale, reach to the sky. And then exhale, hinge forward, right hand to the mat underneath your right shoulder. Inhale, twist left. Gazing to your left hand. If that doesn't feel good, look to your left wall or right hand. Wrap your left hand behind your back. Find your right hip crease or the sacrum. And then over the next few breaths, you'll either hold this posture or bend through the right leg, catching the right foot with your left hand. Remember your strap option. You can always loop the strap around the right foot or ankle. Last breath here. And then exhale, release. Left hand comes to frame your left foot. Tuck your toes, step back into down dog. This is where you'll walk your dog or inhale, join me into plank pose for those wanting that vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, back to down dog. Really nice, friends. Now on your next inhalation, longest one of the class, lift your heels nice and high. Press your belly to your thighs. Hold briefly at the top. Open mouth release. Relax your heels to the mat. Press your belly to your thighs. Next, exhale, lower your knees to the mat and then come to child's pose. Draw your elbows back toward your knees. Feel free to spin your palms upward, externally rotating to receive complete release of all physical effort in the body. Come back to today's intention. What is it you'd like to attract into your life, to your body, your mind, your heart? Take one more inhalation and an exhalation, just fully letting go. Perfect, friends. Wiggle your fingers and then come up to table. You can stay in table or meet me in down dog as you feel ready. Our body's a little warmer. We did some movement, some flow. We're just checking in with how you're feeling. And then when you're ready, walk your hands back to your feet. So coming toward the back of your yoga mat. This time taking ragdoll arms, but the opposite or the unnatural grip. So whatever way you grip naturally the first time, go ahead and switch it up. You could also bring your blocks along with you. Nod your head yes. Nod your head no. Finding any movement in the body swaying, or feel free to stay centered. Opening and closing the jaw, just really allowing all the muscles in the upper body to fully relax. Take in a long inhalation, a brief pause at the top of your inhale. Take your time to get there. As you sigh, release the hands to hang freely. Bending through the knees, hands to your thighs, and then take some time to come up. Your head and neck eventually will stack. And oh, does it feel nice to just be. And once you're up, just taking notice of any sensations in the body, tingling, temperature shifts, energetic shifts. Where else in your body can you soften? Send your breath to those spaces. Feel the shoulders melting away from the ears. And then on your next Ujjayi exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Just staying here for a few breaths. Take this time to relax the muscles around the eyes. Breathing into the upper body, but feel the left side. Taking in the energy from the Ujjayi breath. And then as you release, releasing that same energy to soften, to help create space. And then a big sigh, chin to chest, stretch your back body, stretch your cervical spine. Just notice what it feels like to completely surrender the upper body, any stagnant energy living in the shoulders, the neck that you'd like to let go of. And then as you reach your next exhalation, whenever that is, left ear to left shoulder. So observe sensations, varying sensations from one side to the next. Notice if your energy is in anticipation for what's to come. Invite yourself back to this breath, this particular posture in this moment. And then exhale, chin to chest. Take a full rotation. You could hang out in any area of the rotation that feels worthwhile to you. Deep belly breaths here. And once you've completed a rotation, take the other direction. And then eventually bringing your head back to neutral. Take your time. Absolutely no rush. On an inhale, shrug your shoulders to the ears. Prepare for the pause, holding briefly at the top. And with an energetic sigh, release the shoulders down. Very nice, friends. If you have a wall space or the top of a chair, just bring your hands to the wall or to the chair. If you can, shoulder height, facing the wall briefly. We're just going to do a half wall hang. Step away from the wall or from the furniture you're using, and then just lower your underarms and your heart toward the earth. You could even bend your knees like I'm demoing here. That'll take the energy out of the hamstrings, really allow you to focus on the upper body. And then inhale, look back toward your wall, and then just step toward the wall, releasing your arms. Really, really nice stretches for the upper body, friends. Now, we tend to carry a lot of energy, as we know, and stress, and it manifests as such in the upper body. So these next few moves are really to focus on the shoulders. So if you have a strap, would you grab it? We're going to work with the strap today. If you don't have a strap, something else that could work would be a broom. Surprisingly, a broom handle. You can hold it far apart, just like you would with your strap. And when you get your strap, I'm just going to show you up close because I know it's dark in color. Pull it nice and tight. So we don't want to hold the strap with it loose. You want to pull it nice and tight, and then just bring the strap right in front of your thighs or the broom handle. Maybe you're going to clean some cobwebs while we do this next one for those of you using a broom. On your inhalation, pull the strap tight, bring your arms up overhead. And then exhale, you might have to go a little wider. See if you can take the strap all the way behind. And if you can't, maybe just stop to where you're at, feel the stretch. Good. Inhale, bring it all the way back up. Exhale it all the way back down. Good, really nice. So don't stress out for this. So again, yes and no with your head, even between every rotation if needed. Inhale, bring the strap up. Exhale, bring it back. Good. And again, inhale it up. Exhale it back. Now, if you have any shoulder issues, feel free to modify. Maybe you're just going above the head. The whole time, however, friends, keep moving, following the rhythm of your breath. Even if you're faster or slower than me, the slower you can work, I find the deeper this goes. If you have any shoulder issues, as I was saying, it's okay to bend your elbows slightly if needed. I know I need to on my right side. That's been my problematic shoulder as of late. So we modify and we do what we can. Now, just one more. So if the strap is behind you, you're done. Just bring it back forward with me. Or if you're just on your way back, take your time. We'll wait for you. The rest of us are just kind of hanging out with the shoulder rolls, which friends always feel so good. Now take a moment, just place your strap off to the side. I'm going to come up close to you again to show you what I'd like you to do. You don't have to bend down. This is just the upper body. Arms are at your sides. I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades together in the front. So from the front, do this for me, and then do that for me. So let me now show you from the back side. So I'm broadening the upper back and then squeezing the shoulder blades forward and back. Forward, good, and back. Just a few more of those. All of those demos I just did gave me a really great leg workout. All the legs, all the upper body. Good. Now, this is a great one to do. As you inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades, broaden your collarbones, and then a full exhalation, hide your heart. Really nice. So again, from the side, press your sternum forward, squeeze your shoulder blades. Exhale, broaden your back. Splay those shoulder blades so far apart. Inhaling and exhaling. Give me one more. Inhale and exhale. Release. Very nice. Shoulder rolls, shake it out. Do what you need to do. And friends, grab your strap. Now, if you have cow face arms where you can reach up and behind and clasp your hands, you're good. You won't need the strap. For those of us that don't have that, or a shoulder limitation or whatever, hold your strap. I like it at one end. Start in your left hand, and then just give yourself a pat between the shoulder blades with your strap with your left hand. There you go. So the strap is now hanging behind you. Grab the strap with your right hand behind you. And now just start to work your hands up to either clasp together or just holding on. If you don't have a strap at all, you could use a towel. You could even just use the shirt on your back. So do you feel it through the left shoulder and tricep? If the answer is yes, cha-ching, perfect. Do you feel it through the front of the right shoulder? If yes, cha-ching, stay where you are. Relax your shoulders down. And then from here, I'm just going to show you from the side. Inhale, arch your spine, engage your glutes, look up to where the wall and ceiling meet behind you. You're going to feel a great stretch, not only in the shoulders, but in the abdominals. And then from here, exhale, think cat shape or cow. Yeah, cat, I did get it right. Chin to chest here. So from this side. Inhale, arch your spine. And exhale, round. We'll do one more of those. Feel the broadening, the lengthening on the inhale in the front body, and the exhaling. So toning through the belly, lengthening through the back body. All the way back up. And then release the right arm, release the left arm. So you'll feel a nice stretch, shake out the hands, roll the shoulders. I like to get the elbows involved, draw those big circular motions, anything that helps you to neutralize. Now, if you did something really well on the first side, repeat that. If something didn't work, don't repeat that. It's always a good rule of thumb. Strap will come into your right hand if you're using it. Give yourself a big pat on the back between the shoulder blades with your right hand. Same thing, left hand, exhale it behind. Now start to walk your hands close together. Try to keep tall and try to keep the Ujjayi breath flowing during that transition time. Now from here, we're going to inhale, lift your heart, squeeze your glutes. So again, I'll show you from the side. Find your back bend. Does not need to be super deep, but just a lengthening. And then exhale, chin to chest, crown of the head reaching toward your navel as you find cat. Inhale, cow variation again. Keeping hold of the strap, maybe even walking the hands a little closer together as you feel it's appropriate. Exhale, round. We have one more. Inhale, arch your spine. Let the hands support the back of the body as the heart lifts. And then exhale, chin to chest. Walk your hands maybe a little closer together. Inhale, back to upright. And exhale, release your left arm, release the right arm. Oh yeah, really nice, friends. Great way to use the strap, great shoulder work. We're gonna use the wall again. We're gonna do one more stretch for the upper body, this one being the chest. Now I'm gonna show you just from up close. I want your palm facing up, so when you place it against the wall, it's gonna look like this, palm facing up. So with the wall to your right side, and even if you need to go off camera, as long as you can hear me, pinky finger is along the wall, right at shoulder height, and step close to your wall. This might be all that you need for the right chest muscle. Now, if you want to stay soft, left ear to left shoulder, left ear to left shoulder. So we're leaning the head away from the wall, and that's going to help you increase the right side of the neck, the jaw, the chest and shoulder, getting a nice stretch here. Let's take two more breaths. And don't worry about perfection. If something isn't working, just breathe into the posture you're in, just creating that opening. And then slowly let your right arm come back down to your side. Whoo, nice chest stretch, friends. Again, neutralize the way you need to. I'm going to turn my left shoulder to the wall, and I like to not put my back to you, so I'm going to use the other wall that I have. Pinky each side of the finger, palm facing up, right along the wall, and then step as close to the wall as you're comfortable, and then relax your shoulders. Continue to press your left ribs toward the wall, and then slowly lean your head away from the wall, right ear to right shoulder. Find your exhalation. Now, if the mobility of the neck isn't agreeing, you can keep your head neutral. That was just an option to go just a tad bit deeper into the left side of your neck, your jaw, the left chest, and shoulder. Take one more inhale, stay nice and soft and calm in the body, and exhale. Good. Slowly releasing your left arm down. Very nicely done, friends. Lots of shoulder work today. This is good. Come back to center. And we're going to take it upside down. So take your feet the width of the mat. If you don't want to go upside down, you'll stay in the first option I give now. Inhale, interlace your fingers. Imagine you're holding a heavy pail of water and just reach the bucket down toward the mat and lift your heart. You're going to feel a similar stretch through the chest and shoulders. Feel free to stay here. Otherwise, exhale, hinging forward. As you hinge forward, your head will lower. Your knuckles are going to rise toward the sky. And then you can slowly take your gaze, if you're comfortable, between the thighs or even to your navel. Knuckles will still reach up overhead, come back down toward the earth. Breathe into your hamstrings, breathe into your shoulders. Good. Inhale, spot the front of your yoga mat, and then come all the way up. We spot so that we don't get dizzy on the way back up. When you're upright, exhale, release the arms, soft through your knees. You know where we're headed. We're going to start to twist from side to side. Let the effortless nature of your arms help to relieve the upper body of any remaining tension, cleansing Ujjayi breaths. And allow the hands to penetrate your pelvic region, just getting into that stagnant energy living in the pelvic region, inviting that energy, that information, trapped emotion to exit the body, visiting back into the universe where it belongs. Slowly find yourself coming to center. Let's take a few deep breaths here. Coming back to that idea, the intention, whatever it is you would enjoy attracting to the body. Just notice the sensations in the hands, fingers, arms, shoulders. And then eventually blinking your eyes to open, coming front and center to your yoga mat, getting ready for a nice cleansing vinyasa. Relax your shoulders down, taking Tadasana just for a moment. Keep the length in all four sides of your neck as we start to move. Inhale, reach for the sky. Feel that stretch through the body, upper body. Exhale, forward fold, shoulders move away from the ears. Inhale, Ardha. Find length in the spine. Exhale, palms to mat, step or hop, plank pose. You can exhale right to dog or take it through chaturanga as you exhale. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, back to down dog. Sway your entire body from side to side, pressing the mat far away from you. Really allow the energy to come into the shoulders, all of the space we've created. Just noticing how you feel the stretch through the lats, belly really close to the thighs. Here you could even bend your knees to focus on the upper body. And then inhale, lowering the knees to your mat, and then sitting into child's pose. Take a few breaths here. Softening the hands to come next to the ankles, breathing into and around the shoulder blades. And just softening in to this moment, this shape, this breath. And then, my friends, when you're ready, coming up and coming into hero pose. So hero pose, we can use a block here. And so you can simply kneel sitting on your heels, or you can place a block between your feet. I like it on the lowest setting, maybe the medium setting. So you could be kneeling here on a block. I want you to simply feel the stretch And I want you to remember, not every body is the same. So you might get rid of the block altogether. Some of you may want to splay your knees and feet far apart and then sit on the block, or simply sit between your feet. If your sit bones are not firmly supported by either the block or by the mat, fix your foundation before you go deeper. Now, if you're taking it to Supta, go right ahead and maximize your time there. For the rest of us, we're just going to stay seated upright, palms open on the thighs to receive, or if you need a grounding, let your palms face the earth. Just take here for a few breaths. No, absolutely no pressure. And for my friends somewhere in between, you can always place your hands behind on blocks or the mat, lift your heart, and find that lengthening through the back body. 3 more breaths wherever you are, pressing your knees firmly into the mat, lengthening from the knees to the hip points. Breathe directly into your quads, your hip flexors. And a big sigh coming out of your posture. Feel free to remove your block and then bring your legs around. As you extend your legs forward about hips distance, keep a bend in your knees, hands behind for support. And then you may want to take your feet the width of the mat, hips distance or the width. And then you'll just want to windshield wiper the knees, breathing generously into the ankle joints, the knees, the hips. And so today's practice has been quite energizing. And we were working to create some heat in the body. You'll see today's meditation, which is just moments away, is going to follow along that same theme. So yes, we will be at rest, but I'm actually going to suggest for today's meditation that you may want to consider being seated, whether on a block or on a cushion, on a chair, but it's not necessary. You could always do this on your back. So as you extend your legs long, I'm going to take you to your back for just a moment. And for those of you that are going to be joining me in seated meditation, we'll get there momentarily. Now, on your inhalation, hug your knees into the chest. And then just take a moment to sway your knees from side to side. Breathe into your shoulders, soften your shoulders away from the ears. And I want you to really exaggerate the length of your neck. Feel as though the crown of your head is reaching to the wall behind your yoga mat. And then exhale, take your legs over to the right side. Just a nice twist. You could cross your left leg over the right leg. We're here today just for 2 or 3 breaths. And then inhale, bring your knees across center. You can switch the cross of the legs if you would like to go a little deeper. With your legs, exhale over to the left side, right shoulder blade anchors into the earth. 1 more breath. Good, friends. Inhale, come back to center. Inhale, nose to knees, creating a nice small shape. Feel the shoulder blades sliding down the back. Once your neck is nice and long, rest your head back onto the yoga mat and then coming into happy baby. Broaden through your clavicles, keep your shoulders soft. You could use your strap around the arches of your feet, or you can hold your hamstrings, even your shins, if connecting hands to feet is not comfortable today. Good, find your straddle. You can wrap your peace sign fingers around big toes or slide your hands to your inner calves or inner thighs. And then on your next inhalation, nose to knees, take a long breath in. Hold at the top of your inhale. And then exhale. Extend your limbs long, just taking a moment. Now, this is where you make your decision. Some of you will stay on your back. When you're ready, you can also transfer seated on a block. You could be kneeling on the block or any cross-legged posture. Just giving yourself any opportunity to feel centered. My voice will float away for a few moments, and then we'll come back for meditation. Take this time to settle into your breath, your energy. It's taking in all that's coming up for you. Whether you're lying or whether you're seated, bring your palms together and just slowly rub your palms together, just creating some heat. And after a few moments of creating this heat, placing your hands onto your solar plexus, just above your navel, and just allowing the heat to come into that energetic space of your body. And then coming back to that intention that we set at the start of our practice, one of attracting energy, attracting a certain type of situation, person. Instead of chasing, we'll use this opportunity to just focus on the idea of attracting. You can rest your hands down onto your legs or at your sides. And right where your hands were, where that source of heat began at the center of your body. Starting to breathe into that center region. And I'd like you to envision a bright light that expands with each inhalation and then dims with each release or exhalation. Slowing down your breath, lengthening the inhale as a way to generate, thinking of it as a fire within. And as you feel the heat of the inhalation, you'll feel the softening of the exhalation. Each breath getting deeper, slower. And that fire of attraction, creating a deeper penetration in your center. And as that fire increases and as that energy sustains, start to envision what the scenario would look like. What would the image contain if what you are wanting to attract was already inside? What does it look like? What does it feel like in your body? What are the sensations that come along with this sense of attraction? What are the colors you see? What are your emotions as a result of this attraction? And then notice as you deepen your breath again, this fire within begins transferring to others nearby. And they begin to benefit from this heat, this energy source, this attraction. Bring yourself back to your body, delighting in each inhalation and delighting in each exhalation. Acknowledging that any time in life, we can come back to this internal heat, this internal energy, and ignite within us the passion, the energy, and the source to attract whatever it is that we so deeply desire. And so once again, bringing your palms together, starting to rub your palms together, creating that same source of heat. And then once you've rubbed your palms together for a few times, bringing your palms back to your solar plexus, the energy center that gives us confidence. And then bringing the palms and their heat up to your heart space. And slowly letting your palms come back down to your legs or your side. And just noticing how this heat, how this energy can be used to help heal, to help love, to nurture. We are here to heal, not harm. We are here to love, not hate. We are here to create, not destroy. Right where you are, begin to sense your body in space, wiggling your toes, your fingers, opening and closing your jaw, even turning your head side to side. You're on your back. Feel free to stretch your body, bringing your knees to your chest. For those of you seated, you might just simply switch the cross of your legs. And then those of you on your back, joining us when you feel ready in a comfortable seat. And then bringing your palms to heart center. And friends, as we part ways for the remainder of the week and weekend ahead, I just want to thank you all again for allowing me to guide your practice, your meditation. I wish you all a very joyous, peaceful few days ahead, and I look forward to seeing you again on Tuesday. Namaste. I hope you feel energized and better than when we started. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.